The highest price silver's ever been is $49.45 an ounce on January 18th, 1980. Right now, silver is only $3 away from that all-time high at $46.05. It was even higher than that. I want to ask you a question. Do you think silver is going to hit $50 before it goes back down to, let's say, 43? Basically, I'm asking, do you think this rally is going to continue, or are we going to see a pullback or correction? Because look at all of this overbought territory. That is a massive candlestick, and that can be a little concerning for those who understand how charts work and what overbought territory means and what happens if an asset or something goes up without prices stabilizing, because then it goes down. That might be happening with silver soon, or it could break past 50 and just keep going higher, because if we don't have a correction before we hit 50, it's going to explode. So with all that said, first and foremost, thank you for tuning into your daily silver news. My name is Silver Slayer, and if you want the latest information of what's happening across the globe and how that affects the price of precious metals, make sure you click subscribe and click the bell. When you click the bell, click all notifications, or you'll only sometimes get notified. Also, if you want to purchase some of this shiny stuff, send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. Let them know Slayer sent you. We have weekly specials. New gold, silver, and platinum specials will be coming out tomorrow morning. So you can send an email to info@milesfranklin. Say, hey, what are this week's specials? We have several different ways to pay. We're very legitimate. Andy Scheckman is the CEO. We have veterans discounts. It's a very, very good company with a massive inventory. So anyways, let's check out this article. Silver forecast. Silver market eyes $50 as gold strength and Fed bets align. And this was written today, September 28th, fresh off the press. And by the way, did you guys know I post 2 videos a day now? 2 videos a day. Go check out my latest video. I debated ChatGPT 5.0, and it was the speaker version. So I was sitting there having an actual discussion, voice-to-voice discussion, no typing. And I asked this AI to debate me, play devil's advocate, to challenge me like a silver naysayer or someone, trying to say that silver won't do anything. I wanted to have a very rough debate, and I wanted it to ask me questions. I wanted to challenge my facts, my logic, my reasons. And it was pretty interesting on how that conversation went with ChatGPT. So go check out that video as well. So here are some of the key points from this article. Silver surged 6.87% last week to $46.05, marking a 14-year high and its 6th straight weekly gain. That is huge. 6 weeks in a row. A breakout above $44.22 has opened the door for a run to $49.81. That would still be all-time highs, just below the psychological $50 barrier, right? And this could still be a psychological barrier. Even though it's not 50, and that's always what they say psychological barrier means, just like at Walmart, they're going to price something $19.99 and not $20, even though that 1 penny is nothing, but just seeing the number 2 compared to a 1.9 makes it a lot different. It looks a lot cheaper. Well, the same thing is the opposite for precious metals. If people see silver hits 50, if they just see the number 5, that's a psychological barrier. People are going to hype on to it. Silver broke 50 instead of silver's at 49.81. It just doesn't sound as good. But 49.81 is still all-time highs, so that still would be a lot. There would still be a lot of hype behind it, right? Because it's still, silver just broke all-time highs, which would be the headlines. But anyways, China's solar push and supply disruptions at Grasberg mine are tightening silver's physical market outlook. So silver breaks out as Fed bets drive precious metal surge. Will $50 hold? Silver closed out last week at $46.05, up $2.96 or 6.87%, marking its 6th consecutive weekly gain. The metal hit 14-year high of $46.63 during the week, driven by a clean breakout above multi-year resistance at 44.22. This rally, underpinned by broad-based accumulation and gold's continued strength, has shifted the market's focus towards the next major level at $49.81, just below the psychologically important $50 handle. Rate cut expectations, tight physical supply, and growing industrial demand remain the primary drivers behind silver's bullish momentum. Now, and these primary drivers are going to, there's going to be several different factors and variables affecting the price of silver in the upcoming years, right? Some to certain percentages. Maybe stock market volatility is this percentage. The dollar index is this percentage. What gold's doing is this percentage. It's all pushing and pulling silver. But there's also unknown variables, or the ones that are behind the scenes, like COMEX corruption and price manipulation, which most people don't incorporate when doing these types of forecasts or predictions. But anyways, Fed cut expectations intact, but data raises doubts. Markets still expect further Fed easing, with the CME FedWatch tool pricing in 88% odds for an October cut. But last week's economic data injected some uncertainty. Upward revisions to the second quarter GDP, a 20% jump in new home sales, and a decline in jobless claims challenged the case for near-term cuts. Kansas City Fed President Jeffrey Schmid reinforced the hawkish tone, suggesting policy remains only slightly restrictive. Even so, August's core PCE rose just 0.21% month over month and 2.9% year over year. Not hot enough to derail the market's dovish lean. Traders are still betting on at least one more cut before year end, keeping precious metals supported. I mean, I still don't like you guys know, if you watch my channel, I hate this S word, and that S word is speculation. There's so much speculation happening that I wonder when or how we're really going to see the fundamentals start overpowering people's perspectives of the market and the speculative aspect of this. Like, if people, how silver's price always gets very shaky, very volatile right before the FOMC meeting, or like the days leading up to it, because people are just assuming and fear, uncertainty, doubt, and they start doing all this and that, and the price is moving in a facade. I mean, the fundamentals aren't at play here, which should be with something tangible that has intrinsic value like gold and silver. The price should be based off the fundamentals, not off of speculation. Leave that for, crypto or stocks or whatever. So I'm curious when this is going to start to happen. It definitely is starting to happen more than ever. Like we said, I think silver will take on a life of its own eventually. But I'm just curious what it's going to look like for speculation to dwindle down and not affect silver's price. Like I was just saying a second ago, how all these different variables affect the price of silver to different degrees. I wonder when the fundamentals are going to start overpowering the speculation, if you see what I'm saying. China's solar push, supply risks, fuel physical demand. And right here, perfect example. Supply risks, fuel physical demand. Silver's price should be off of supply and demand fundamentals. We know that demand is rising, supply is diminishing. That should be the basis of what's pushing silver up or downwards, not what people think Federal Chairman Jerome Powell is going to come out and say tomorrow afternoon. That should not be what affects the price of silver. Fundamentals outside of monetary policy are also helping to drive silver higher. China's pledge to cut carbon emissions has renewed focus on solar panel production, a sector heavily reliant on silver. And at the same time, Freeport's Grasberg mine declaring force majeure has revived supply-side concerns, tightening the outlook at a time when inventories remain thin. ETF inflows continue to show institutional confidence, while Asian physical demand remains strong, with both structural and speculative buying in play. Silver's supportive base is broadening. So Weekly chart signals room to run, but risk of cooling grows. So it says that silver still could keep going higher, but the risk of cooling grows, meaning the risk of it cooling down with all these crazy percentages. I mean, this chart looks like cryptocurrency. This looks like something that Bitcoin would do, or some altcoin, not precious metals, right? It's a much slower, more gradual approach. But right now, the markets do not look like precious metals. If you were to take away, the context and just show someone those numbers and them not knowing that it's a silver chart, you just ask, what do you think that is? I would probably say some meme coin that Elon Musk tweeted out a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago, or, crypto a couple years ago. I would never think that that's silver. So technically, silver's breakout above $44.22 has opened a path to $49.81 with no meaningful resistance until that level. And that's the important part. There's no resistance to that price, which means it's easier for it to go higher and actually harder for it to go lower. Whereas beforehand, with all of these resistance levels we would bang our heads against, it was harder for it to go higher and easier for it to go lower. That former ceiling now becomes new support, and the weekly chart shows a strong uptrend intact. However, the market is now 7 to 10 weeks off its last significant bottom. And that's what I was mentioning, this correction, placing it in the window where a closing price reversal top becomes possible. Such a move wouldn't break the uptrend, but could trigger a 2 to 3 week pullback. That's what I was mentioning. There could be a correction coming for a couple weeks. Traders should monitor weekly closely, especially if upside momentum begins to stall. So yeah. Wow. So as long as silver holds above $44.22, the bullish case remains intact. I definitely think silver is going to hold above $44.22. I want to actually answer down below. Do you think silver is going to hit $50 first or go down to $44.22 first? Which one do you think is more plausible of happening? Traders should prepare for the potential of a cooling off period in the coming sessions, but any meaningful dip is likely to attract fresh buying interest, which includes you. So yeah, looking ahead, Friday's NFP report may be the key catalyst for silver's next move, which is talking about next Friday, or I guess this Friday, starting the week tomorrow being Monday. Today is Sunday, September 28th. So yeah. That's what's happening right now in the world of silver. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this article, enjoyed this video, just like my content, period, just like hearing me say the word silver or talk about silver's potential, click subscribe and click the bell and comment down below. It helps the video out. Watching this long helps the video out as well. Audience retention time definitely helps. So I appreciate you guys. Go check out the video of me debating ChatGPT yesterday. It's actually like one of my favorite videos, even though those videos don't usually get that many views compared to a video like this. But I really did enjoy it, just being able to get challenged and actually get fact checked on my statistics and my data and my reasoning and my points. ChatGPT would call me out if I missed something or if I was incorrect. So I think it's an interesting debate and you could take a lot from it. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Or actually later today. Peace. From now on, every single month on the 31st, you have a chance to win silver, a continuous silver giveaway. Well, if you become a member of the Secret Silver Society on my Patreon, you have that opportunity. So every single month, you have something exciting to look forward to, which would be winning silver. On top of that, you'll have access to a live chat room with other silver stackers where you can post pictures and chat, just hang out with everyone, and have early access to my videos along with supporting me. If this is something you'd like to do, then come join my Patreon. It's patreon.com/silverslayer. Upon joining, you'll be given a monthly raffle ticket and instant access to that chat room. Go introduce yourself. Everyone is super nice, and it's more personal and intimate than a YouTube comment section. Folks, I'm so excited to announce that I've partnered with American Medical Experts, whose purpose is helping veterans get the medical benefits that they truly deserve. Over 17 million veterans aren't receiving their full benefits, and if this is you or someone you know, then act now. American Medical Experts are offering free consultations through our med team to see how we can help. The med team offers board-certified doctors who have experience working with the VA, comprehensive medical evidence for services like mental health as well. Some of these include your Nexus letter, your DBQs, your TDIUs, your AAs, and more. I want to personally thank American Medical Experts for helping veterans, but also giving me an opportunity to help veterans as well. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment to get a free consultation through our med team. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless.